one of the very first stories that I ever told at any Kanban event, and in almost all of our classes, and it's in the book, is the story of my dog Cookie and my brother and I throwing Cocoa Puffs at her in pretty much probably within a few days of this picture being taken. And the upshot of this is that if you threw Cookie a Cocoa Puff, she would catch it. If you threw her a piece of baklava, she would catch it. If you threw a piece of beef, she would catch it. If you threw almost anything, she would catch it. And if you threw two, she would bounce around and she would be able to get both. And if you did three, she would bounce around and be able to get all three. But when you got to four, she would usually catch one, and then the rest of them would fall on the floor and she'd eat them. If you threw five, she might catch one, but maybe 70% of the time they'd all just bounce off of her and fall on the floor. And if you went anything above five, a handful of Cocoa Puffs, just forget it. She would just be freaking out like a Muppet and trying to catch them. And she would catch nothing, and then she would eat them off the floor. So she had a work in progress limit, a functional capacity of 3. And this was amazingly amusing for these two guys right here. We thought that was hilarious. So we would spend hours throwing things at the dog. So therefore, I very much remember that this happened. And you are kind of like this. This is, when your doing column looks like this is a whole handful of Cocoa Puffs coming at you, and nothing is going to make it to done. And if it does, it's because it's fallen on the floor. It's gotten dirty. It's no longer the pristine, work that you would have liked to have done. And so just very simply, as it says a million times in the book. So if you don't have the book, you should probably go pick it up. You should visualize your work, see the number of things that you're doing, know that that number of things is too much, know that you've got things back here, and now you've got things that you can see, you can focus on them, and then you can finish them. Focus and finish. Doesn't matter if it's hard to do or if it's easy to do. Doesn't matter if you like to do it or not. It's finished, and that's a good thing. And then when you go, let's just say we've got a couple of things over here in doing, and you have space for one more. Now when you go over to pull something, you're very, very focused on whether or not that is the right thing to do. So you've only got a certain number of space, a certain amount of space here. And so whatever you pick needs to be super important, because if anybody comes to you and says, can you start X? You're going to be like, not until I can finish these things. So we've figured that this is the thing that we can finish most easily, that'll have the most value for the people who are waiting for us. And then we focus on things and we finish them. We focus on things and we finish them. And we don't let ourselves run into the point of becoming Cookie, where we have endless work and no ability to catch it.